Hey everybody, Nathan Ronen, CFA, with some exciting news today at the end of, actually the first day of July 2025. This is for all the CFA Level II candidates who just got their results today and from the May 2025 exam. If that's you, you'd probably want to listen to one of these two videos. This one for the people that passed the Level II exam in May 2025, and then I have a separate video for those people that did not pass, or as we say, failed the Level II exam. So let's get started. If you're interested in listening to these updates as I post them on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, don't be shy. Press the subscribe button, also the notifications bell, so that you can see them each time I post them, because they're relevant to the CFA exam, relevant to CFA studying, tips, strategies, techniques. And also I post a lot of times things about career choices or things about investment banking, commercial banking, the relevance of the designations, what's going on in the CFA industry, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, if you passed the CFA Level II exam, congratulations. I am really happy for you. The pass rate was 54%. 54%. How does that stack up? Much higher than most other exams of most of the other years. Generally, the Level II exam has a pass rate of somewhere between, on the low end, around 40%, and on the high end, around 48, 49, sometimes 50%. I mean, they could be a little bit over 50%, but 54 is a little bit of an outlier if you look at it that way. But that's a really good score, a really good pass rate for the Level II exam. If you did, congratulations. So what do you do now? Okay, well, if you passed the Level II exam in May of 2025, we are now July 1st, there is no Level III exam to be taken in 2025. So you're facing either the Level III exam in February 2026 or August 2026. I would go for the February exam. There's only about 30 to 33 readings, regardless of which pathway you select, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. And it is totally doable for February. I would aim for February to get it done, finished, and not even worry about the August exam. But also, if you take it in February 2026, and for some reason you either fail the exam, or you're unable to take the exam, or you have to defer the exam, or something happens the day before the exam or whatever, you still have the August exam as a backup that you can take with the same curriculum, the same program, same everything. Okay? And not have to really incur much additional cost in terms of preparation other than paying for the exam or pay the deferral fee. So I would definitely go for February. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Obviously, if you can't do it for February, you're getting married in January or something else is coming up and you got to take it in August, okay, then you put all your eggs in one basket and you go for the August 2026 exam. But if that's not the case, February is your exam. It's got your name on it. Let's go. Now, the next decision that you have to make, excuse me, which of the pathways are you going to select? The traditional portfolio management pathway, or one of the two newer ones called private markets or private wealth management? According to CFA Institute, and I'll give you my own assessment, according to CFA Institute, currently, at the current time, about 70%, maybe a little bit more, close to 75% of the candidates take the traditional portfolio management pathway. Boom. Because most of the people studying for the designation are looking to get the designation or looking to become portfolio managers or analysts. The other two pathways, the private markets, has about 18 to 20%, okay, of the candidates, and private wealth management is about 5 to 6% of the candidates. So that, now if you're going to start to think, excuse me, if you're going to start to think, hey, you know, I might do private wealth management because there's a smaller percentage, so there's obviously a better chance of me passing. There's no pass rate for private wealth management, separate pass rate for private markets, and separate pass rate for the traditional portfolio management route. It's basically a blended pass rate regardless of which pathway you do. The only difference between the pathways, is 7 readings, okay? Is 7 readings. They all have the same number of readings, but the private markets has 7 different readings from the traditional portfolio management, and so does private wealth management. And they are designed for private wealth management or private markets. Okay, just 7 readings. But for the most part, the programs are the same. My personal suggestion to you, and you can take it with a grain of salt, but this is based on years of experience, I would do the portfolio management pathway. That's the one I would select. Number one, when you get your CFA designation because you passed level 3 and you fulfilled all the requirements, nobody's going to ask you ever which pathway you did. Period. It's just going to say CFA after your name. It's only going to say CFA or Chartered Financial CFA charter on your charter. It's not going to mention the pathway. That's number one. Number two, which pathway you really take, in my opinion, doesn't matter. It's not like you're going to become an expert in private wealth management or an expert in private markets. You just want to have as many resources as possible. The private markets and the private wealth management have only been administered once so far. August would make the second time. There's not a lot of third-party resources out there that can really mimic or simulate those pathways, exams with mock exams. We need a little bit more time. And anybody that's putting one out is just guessing their best. I would go with what has the most resources outside available to me to pass this exam. And that is hands down the portfolio management pathway. But I don't like fixed income. You get fixed income in all three pathways. But I don't like equity. You get them in all three pathways. I don't like alternative. You get them in all three pathways. You're basically getting a very similar program with the difference of 7 different readings. In the portfolio management pathways, they're dedicated to portfolio management. In private markets pathway, they're dedicated to private markets like private equity, private credit, that kind of stuff. And then in the private wealth management, it's 7 different readings for the in private wealth. Okay, so there's really not much of a difference. And I would also recommend to you to realize that it is very important to have good resources when you're preparing for the level 3 exam. It's all about the essays. I can't tell people, also known as constructed responses. It's all about the constructed responses. Everybody knows how to do item sets. Everybody does reasonably well on the item sets. Get yourself resources that will show you, tell you, explain to you, demonstrate to you how to do those constructed responses and give the graders what they are looking for. Okay, that is very, very important at level 3. Don't putz around with this exam. Don't fool around with it. Just pass it in August, move on. You're not here to be in this program forever. So get the curriculum. There's only, like I said, 30 to 33 readings, regardless of which pathway you do. And get yourself a good prep resource that can help you get through it by teaching you and showing you how to do the essays. And that's exactly what I do in my lecture videos and through my mock exams and everything else. I show you how to do it. Okay, that is very, very important for you to learn in addition to just knowing the curriculum. All right, so that again, I'm going to congratulate you all on the pass rate. It worked in your favor this time. It was 54%. If you passed, fantastic. It's now time to think about February and joining Chalk and Board. You can see everything about my program. We've got an anniversary sale going on. Yep, I said it at the end, but yep, we got an anniversary sale going on. Check it out. It's 30 years that I'm in the business, and I'm happy to share that success with you. So reach out if you have any questions at Chalk and Board. That's CHALK and AND Board, BOARD. That's chalkandboard.org. You have my phone number there, my email. You could text me, you can WhatsApp me, whatever. Happy to help you out and give you some suggestions. And see you in the portfolio management pathway. Have a great day, and again, congratulations.